bunch of lie droppers. Let's get back to the facts, nigga. Only motivation is grinding for it to stack, nigga. Eating up anything on my mind like a fat nigga. Bitch savvy with the same hustle as a crack dealer. Cause God blessing all the trap niggas. Moolah, you can find me wherever that money at, nigga. Nike's all running up a check like a track, nigga. Niggas sleeping on me, might be gone off that act, nigga. Heavy marijuana choking, Henny yak sipping. And I ain't neither one of them, but I'm that nigga. Duo stomping in this bitch like frat, nigga. I light another L up and get medicated. One time for the real ones who ain't have to fail. Cause I done did a lot in my life, but I never hated. Yes, bitch, I'm feeling myself and I ain't masturbating. I finally got the formula. It's time to calculate. Niggas asking comments, you get the equation. And make the money triple up, that's multiplication. The writer with the same ones who started at the table. I see that real G shit, I ain't talking no fable. The richest thought I never make it. They wasn't trying to give it to me, so I had to take it. That's where the Kevin Bacon. I make a fashion statement. Bunch of fake niggas acting real, they just animated. The next more got a casket with me. Prime pussy coming soon. Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yes. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Hello. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
Doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
No, thank y'all for having me.
Your music is really, really breathtaking, refreshing to hear compared to some of these people, you know.
Yeah, I take that.
And
Appreciate that.
no offense to nobody, but you got a nice flow.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, I said that when I first heard it too. I was like, he has the signature sound of the Detroit, the music in the background.
Yeah.
But man, he's a lyricist.
Yeah.
He's a lyricist. He's a rapper. He followed the steps of the earlier pioneers of hip hop. Of course, in that area of Detroit, New York, New Jersey, what have you, he still has that signature voice and the arrangement of how music is still supposed to go. So I really enjoyed that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that for real.
You put in the work. You put in the work to have your own style and your own sound, and a lot. That's what I'm saying. That you have your own flow, because a lot won't put in that work. They just putting out anything, and
Oh, for sure, definitely. I definitely take my time with it. I definitely, don't want to put out anything. I ain't that type of person. So I definitely, I'm my own critic. I'm probably my biggest critic. So I'm definitely hard. Before I put the music out, I'm definitely one of the ones that's, listening to it. I hear a lot of people say they don't listen to their music after they make it and all of that before they release it. I didn't heard that. Me, I'm playing it. I listen to it. I critique it. I let other people critique it. My brother, my close people that's close to me, and my team, I let them critique it too. And if I get good response, I ain't gonna lie. I know when it's good though. I kind of know when it's good myself. Like when I listen to it and I kind of feel it, because me, when I write the lines, I ain't gonna lie, I still ooh and all myself. So when I write the lines, sometimes I'll surprise myself and just be like, oh yeah, that's it. So I ain't gonna lie, I definitely do that too. But I got a team to help me.
Yep.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
So when you get in the zone, you know how to. It just comes.
Yeah, it kind of comes, and then it's just really what comes with the beat. It's really what the beat kind of does to my lyrics or whatever. Because sometimes I have times where I might not write. I will go in and just punch. Like it's so much easier now, like to record music now. So I can just go in there and kind of just punch the music like line for line, or like I might say 4 bars and then relax and then think of the next 4 bars before I go in there, write another 4 bars in my head and just go in there and sing. But for the most part, I do write.
Yeah. because I'm like I said, from the era I came from, it's like, man, I can't believe some of the guys say, I mean, they pride them. I mean, like I said, not knocking anybody because everybody has their skills, dual skills of freestyling and writing or what have you. But it's like what you say. I mean, when I'm going to release something and put it out there,
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that it's the best it can be. And I can't believe a lot of guys, man, that say, man, oh man, I don't like nothing, man. I just go straight and freestyle and
Oh yeah,
straight to
yeah, yeah.
freestyle. Like, and I'm a great critic. It's like, okay, that's all fine and well, but when you listen to a lot of, and I try to school some of these younger guys, man, on longevity in this game. And it's
Definitely.
like, man, you really have to watch what you're really putting out because you have to look and see what these songs are going to do for you 20 years and 30
Yeah,
years from now. And you
but
got to
that and
see it grow.
that's a big
Yeah,
problem because they don't
yeah,
care.
and
That's
They
and
true.
don't
your
care.
fans are going to go grow old also. And then
Yeah, for
the
sure.
younger
Yo,
generation, the same younger generation is looking at my generation like, man, all y'all old cats, man, whatever. So
yeah,
you got to
that's true.
understand at some point that the next generation is going to be looking at you also like that, no matter how good or bad your music is. So at
Yeah,
some point, you really want to leave something for the next generation to really build on,
for sure.
which is positive, informative, and with knowledge and wisdom. Because right now you can go to, I mean, anybody can go to a LL Cool J concert and he can turn it out and make money.
Yeah,
Even Little Wayne, all of those guys back
definitely.
then who made a serious
Got a
career.
legacy.
Yeah, and so I tell these guys, like every last one of your songs is about killing somebody and spinning the block and what girl you're going to be with, and you spit out like 300 of those songs. Yeah, you're getting your streaming money now, but are you going to
Yeah,
be able?
exactly.
Are your same fans going to be streaming that when we all turn 40 years old together?
You're
Are
right.
you really going to be doing shows with those kind of lyrics and that kind of material 20 years from now? So as I listen, that's why I wanted to make sure I started with this song, you guys, of Duo from 5 years ago to
Yeah,
show that even back 5 years ago, his music was positive. He was lyrical. And then now, later in the show, we're going to go with his newest EP that he came out with to show that development in his skills because I really like this artist. I listen to all his music.
yeah.
And I'm going to play in a few
Thank
minutes.
you.
I'm going to play one of my favorite songs on your Spotify and
Okay,
I'm gonna let you try to figure out which one is my favorite one. But
okay.
right now, I'm gonna let Denise get into her questions, and on with the rest of the interview, I have a few questions for
All
you
right,
also.
cool, cool.
So, Mr. Moolah, how did you start? What inspired you to begin rapping?
To be honest with you, it probably was the first. Like I got an older brother. I'm just go back to I have an older brother. He like 8 years older than me. So, he was already listening to a bunch of music. When he's 16, I'm 8. So I'm really diving into music. And even before then, I got stories where my dad always tell me about like, man, you always like music. You used to bob your head in the car to the music playing when I used to ride with you. So it's like I always love music and always probably was inspired to listen to it, but the person that really made me inspired to make the music was probably like Lil Wayne, the Hot Boys when he was the Hot Boys, like the young Lil Wayne. And I think I made that connection. Now that I look back, I'm like maybe because he was so young and I was young. I was always young, and like I said, I had a big brother, and I couldn't be, juvenile. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking like this a 14, 15-year-old kid right here, and he can really rap. Like so, I used to be kind of like inspired by that. Like I used to go to school and tell people I'm Lil Wayne of the Hot Boys. So I can remember that. And this 99, 98, 99, the Hot Boys. So I'm like 8, 9 years old. So that's when I really, really, and that's when I wrote my first rap, like around like 8 years old in the composition book, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I always kind of been like inspired to rap. And then it was like, and Biggie, like I used to love Biggie. My brother
Yeah.
used to listen to Biggie a lot. And so I used to always listen to Big, and man, to this day I still go back and play Big. Like I'm gonna play it probably once a week. I'm gonna go listen to some Big, like for real. So
Okay.
yeah, that's how I really got inspired, and it started early.
Okay. And so you think that's how some of your upbringing gave you some of that inspiration?
Yeah,
some of that drive, because
yeah,
your
definitely,
music is really, really different.
definitely, definitely. Like I think, I think I always kind of just, even like when I was just writing at a young age, I kind of always just was myself. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sometimes I did have a point where, you know, I was trying to be a certain rapper, so I'll probably rap about certain things and certain stuff. But like honestly, I always wanted to like look back and be like, man, that was hard because I was inspired by like Jay-Z, and I can go listen to Jay-Z, a Blueprint album that he dropped in 2001. I can still listen to it to this day and it resonates. So that's why like that type of music, I knew like that type of music could live forever. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm inspired by that, and I just pay attention to all these different artists, and you know I do it my way, but you know I pay attention to what lasts as well. Like I definitely pay attention to the game, so you know I do it my way, and the way I just make my music, I guess it's just me. I can't I could barely explain it. I kind of just do it the way I do it.
Yeah, got to be
Okay.
unique. Got to bring uniqueness back, man.
Yeah.
Because really, listening to your music and listening to yourself, it seems like you have total control of everything that you do.
Oh
And
yeah.
a lot of times when artists are more chasing the bag and they're chasing the big bag, or
Yeah.
most of the times when they're chasing fame,
Yeah.
they get themselves entangled into something and they're really not the person that they really are. And it
Yeah.
seems like
Definitely.
you're a very well-grounded person, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh
you
yeah.
can tell the difference between how can I put people who have more control of their lives and their career versus
Yeah.
the ones who are having strings pulled. I'll put it that
Oh
way.
yeah. Definitely. Definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm a Nipsey fan too. You know, like I was a Nipsey fan, so I mean, if y'all know who Nipsey is, or I'm pretty sure
Well, of
maybe
course.
so.
Oh yes,
Yeah, man,
yes.
I was going to
So
touch on that a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah,
and just the way he like where he was from. Yes, he from LA, and he like gang bang and did all of that, but it was like the way he presented himself, like still as an individual. You know what I'm saying? Like he gave people game within his music. Like he was inspiring. It was motivation. It wasn't just this one side of this. He was like, yeah, I was caught up in this. This was my life, but once I figured this out, this what you should be doing. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like, look,
yeah.
this the lane of this, but this what you should be doing because this how I'm thriving for real. Like, yeah, that was that, but this is now, you know. So it was kind of like that was very inspirational as well into the
It's,
music.
it's,
So
it's the instant of once you learn better, you do better. And
yeah,
once you can
definitely.
do better, you teach better, you know?
Yeah, for
It's like
sure.
we're taught all, I grew up in that area out there in LA also, because
Oh yeah.
it's a very distinct correlation with LA and Detroit. I don't know if you know or not,
Oh
but a
yeah,
lot of the
yeah,
cities, a lot of us West Coast people came to Detroit. That's what some of my family was from.
yeah.
I don't know if you heard the story with this cat. Well, honestly, a few years ago, I think it's around about 2012, 12ish or something like that. My cousin up in Detroit. Everybody know him by Big Tracy. I don't know if you know a
That's
cat
crazy.
named Big Tracy, big old bald headed yellow guy, but
Yeah.
he was in the news around about 5 years ago
Oh,
when we
okay.
did
Yeah.
that. He was in the news for having a standoff with the police, and he was shooting a
Mm.
crossbow at him. I don't know
Oh
if you heard this
wow,
story or not. I
man.
don't know, but
It kind of sound familiar, but it
he
you know it's
lived
been so
about
long. It's so
4 doors down from the police station. So,
yeah.
he was bipolar or what have you and had a lot of
Okay.
things going on. But
Yeah.
a lot of the younger guys around Detroit knew him. So he would
Okay.
always call me, be like, hey, man, you need to come up here. You need to come up here, man, because all these little young cats, man, they're fire, man.
Yeah.
They don't know how to hook up the equipment. They don't know how to make the beats, man. You need to come up here. I'm
Right.
like, man, you don't know bipolar shit, man.
Yeah.
I ain't with
But
you.
I be
He's saying
honest
all
with
the
you, he was
blase,
probably
right?
telling you the truth. He was probably telling you the
Bro,
truth because
look,
I
this
like
man, look. Go ahead, my fault.
like no, but Detroit, it was in a spot where like seriously, I'm gonna be honest with you, people just really like catching on to the wave. Like people just catching on to where like Detroit just getting is just due. Probably I say like in the last like 3-4 years. I don't know if y'all maybe heard of like T Grizzly. Y'all probably heard of
Yeah,
T Grizzly.
I got a
He
lot
well,
of them.
yeah,
Payroll,
yeah,
Giovanni,
yeah, all of
Peasy,
them,
man. I
yeah.
know a
But
lot. I'm
when
telling you, I
T
got
Grit,
roots up there.
yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying. Even all those guys, like it been so much work been put in, like, and it was like, yeah, the Doughboys did get signed and they put their work in, but it was like it wasn't too many more people get signed after that. Then it was like, once like the T Grizzly era came, it was kind of like nah, the floodgates was wide open. So many people started getting signed. So it was like it took a long time for Detroit to really catch traction. It was like really like people would come through here, you know, and maybe show love or whatever, but nobody was really getting signed. So it was really a bad spot. And it's like now it's like Detroit probably like number one or if not number two, like thriving in the rap game right now. For real.
And I look back at it like, man, when he told me that, and I was thinking, you was also telling me at the time too, like, man, you come up here with $10,000, we could buy like 5 businesses on the block because everything. I'm like, man, you talking crazy, man. So, you know, after about 2 or 3 years go by, you know, and he was telling me these names of cats and all, and then he gets locked up. Then I go back and I go to recollect, and I'm like, man, he was talking about all these little cats is who he talking about. All of y'all done blew up. You know, I'm not gonna throw names out there, but you know, like you said, everybody blew up, and I know that's true because I lived in Atlanta between 1990 and 96. So you know what I'm gonna say. I used to ride the bus with Big Boy and Dre before they even fathomed that they were gonna be Outkast. TLC. I used to watch Jagged Edge and 112.
A lot of legendary talents.
All these guys would dance with nickels, quarters, and dimes before they knew they were gonna be that. And it was so beautiful to later to see everybody blow up.
Man,
everybody blew up, and you had a chance to be able to see that and be a part of that. And I know that's what you're probably feeling at this time.
Definitely. And that's what's going on, like really like throughout the city. But definitely for me, myself personally, I'm definitely feeling that. But I understand that, you know, it's a grind. Like it ain't gonna happen overnight. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like I know that I haven't put the work in, like enough work in, even from like you said, 5 years ago, I grew from that. Like honestly, like back then when I probably put that song out, I was kind of like in between. Like, do I want to really rap? Do I want to kind of 50-50? And then like I had my guys around me, like, you know, they was going hard. Like I had one of my dudes, Ill Will, shout out to him, you know, because we created kind of like a label together, which my homeboy, me and my green, he the owner. I'm co-owner with him, but he kind of created this label, and they was like thriving for real. My homeboy Ill Will was kind of like getting booked all through the city and everything, like doing nice big features and everything. He was doing big good, you know. And I was kind of just like watching the scene. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was just kind of like watching the scene and just paying attention to everything that was going on, like who was fired, who was getting booked, what was taking off, and all of this. And like just sitting back, really just waiting my turn. And let me be like, honestly, like, and now it's kind of like I know, like now I'm like I'm going hard as I can possibly go. Like now I'm music after music. Like I dropped my first one, like my first actual mixtape. I dropped that. It was, I want to say 2019. I dropped it 2019, and I dropped that. I'm like, all right. The reaction I got just made me just like, all right, yeah. I kind of felt good when I kind of released it. I ain't gonna lie. Like I kind of was like, it kind of was like weight off my shoulder. Like, all right, I did it, you know. So, and after that, I was like, all right, I can do this. So I kind of just been pushing forward since. Yeah, definitely.
It's so good for y'all cats now too. I'm envious of you younger guys now because of the fact that coming in our era, man, you guys have so many tools to use. You have the internet,
definitely.
You have social media. Definitely. You have so many ways to be able to cut corners when it comes, because we had to go and buy all the equipment was thousands of dollars back then.
Let me just play off that. Like, yeah, that's true. Like it's a lot easier to like put the music out, you know, kind of like get a start and all of that. But it's real competitive now, like more so than you think. Like, yeah, it was probably maybe harder.
I was gonna say that.
It was probably harder to like kind of like get a label's attention and kind of like get out here because you had to knock on doors. You had to really be outside and knock on doors. Now you kind of just got to put the music out and, you know, market yourself and the people to gravitate. But like it's like I be hearing the numbers. Like I heard like maybe this was like a month ago. I heard something on some YouTube or something, like somebody said it's like 10,000 songs released a day. And so I'm like, that's so much. That's so much music. It's oversaturated. Like, and then like,
man, you're saying exactly the reason why I was getting to this conversation is exactly what I was going to say. It was harder to get your music out because there's less people because the equipment, And
Yeah.
to be able to do this stuff, the print, actual physical CDs and all that costs an astronomical amount of money.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
and a lot of people weren't able to do that. But once everything, the equipment got cheaper and you were able to market, it seems like it opened up the floodgates to like everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody want to take a stab, and I'm not tripping. I mean, shoot, if everybody think
No.
that they have a talent, take a stab at it.
Yeah.
But
Hey, shoot
that's
your
what it
shot.
is, and it's like really, 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 it's like you say, so oversaturated now.
It is.
So
It is.
even though it is easier to be able to market it, it's
I
also
mean,
easier for people who don't have the talent to market it. So just
yeah.
having, and I'm saying this to say, brother, is that when I look at your damn Spotify and I look at your damn your YouTube, it's like with talent like this, how the hell does this guy only have 45 followers and a few likes? And and us as podcasters and musician, myself being a producer, we strive, we do a lot, we put in a lot of money into advertisement and things like that. But I see this is really natural talent, and I can see where somebody else can come in and just mumble something and be like, have a thought. And so where do you make the correlation? I mean, do you think it's that you have to do more marketing? Because sometimes when you look, you may have 5,000 people that came and saw that video, and I'm like, you only got 48 likes now? Come on. I mean, what do you feel about situations like that? Does it discourage you to try to market and advertise more, or does it put you in the mind frame with that I may have to do something different?
I mean, it kind of go different ways with me. Like sometimes I do think like, yeah, maybe I gotta kind of like step out and do something like, you know, astronomical, something that's gonna, catch people attention.
Viral.
But just me being me, man, I'll be like, that ain't really me. I'm gonna be honest with you. So it's a lot of stuff that just like, I can't see myself doing. So it'd be like, yeah, I'll be hoping for that, like attention, but I ain't gonna do nothing crazy for it. But
Yeah, like the crate challenge and the this challenge and the that challenge and all people used to do a couple
yeah,
years ago just to get people to follow them.
I
But
mean,
once
and
you
that's
get that,
cool if
yeah, but that's the kind of people you're going to get. Now you're
yeah,
going to get people looking for you to do the next silliest thing, and they're not really paying
yeah,
attention to your music because they follow you because they saw you doing crate challenges and something
yeah,
silly. So
XYZ, yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, but to each his own, to each his own when it comes to doing that. Me personally, like I said, like, man, I always wanted it to happen organic, man. Cause I be like, that's kind of the most easy and natural way. Like when I get to come on here and speak with y'all, like it's natural. I can just be myself, talk and kick it. I don't got to put
yeah,
on a facade or persona to try to be somebody that I'm really not, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people do that, and I'll be like, I know that's kind of part of the game, but like that's too far deep in the game. Like, I ain't even trying to go that deep. Like me, I'm just gonna be myself. Like, and like I hope people like y'all are taking to me, So it just, I mean, it go both ways because it
bro,
is a competitive market.
you are so enlightening because man, I can't even ask my questions because you're answering all of them already, And
Yeah,
like I said, I think sometimes that's a lot of these young guys is getting caught up in, man, it's a lot of rappers dying, bro.
yeah,
And
that's for sure.
it's a lot of senseless killings. And I
Yeah,
think a lot of, I go back and I look and on my podcast that I have for my show, which is Lobstercast, that's what I'm going to invite you back to my podcast also. And those are things that we
okay.
touch on. And I think a lot of times it's like what you say. Uh, these guys they're themselves when they're around mama, and everybody know you who know you.
Yeah,
But these guys, man, they'll have stories and what have you. Then they have to really live their life and really do that, and they're really not about it. And even some, I'm not saying all of them
yeah,
not, but it seems like they have to put themselves out there now to keep their persona going. So now it's like, man, I got myself in a situation to where I have to be this character, and there's no going back now.
yeah,
You just wake up every day, and you're just yourself. I'm just me. Of course, I have a moniker. You have your moniker. You have your nickname and all of that. But
yeah,
you're very, like myself, you're very careful of of how you put yourself out there. I
yeah,
was reckless, I was gang banging and doing all that crazy stuff and
yeah.
all of that. And then when people look at my name, J Bird Lokester, of course people know Lokester, man. You know, he tripping.
Yeah.
But then when they see my first name, a lot of people who really know what it really is like, you know, older school cats and, you know, and people who really know what it is know that I'm older school cat, not going to trip. But when they see a B and a K, oh my God, I'm like, man, I'm not even doing that any longer. But the only reason, no disrespect, I got a lot of blood homies and that would have you also, but no disrespect. But I tell them, man, look, I'm not changing my name because my name is so far out there now.
Yeah.
That's the only way you'll be able to find me. That's who I am.
You created a brand around it.
So now when I look back, it was like, man, you know, I can still get myself into anything, you know, just by my name being spelled that way. Yeah. So like you say, it's very critical of who you're gonna be and who you make yourself out to and what your material is all about. Because once you're there, it's hardly anything unless you do like yourself and myself did. I have to show, and like Jay-Z, I know that's why you like Jay-Z too, because Jay-Z showed that I came up reckless, but dude, through my life, I'm showing you how I progressed, and I'm showing you how to do it too, and that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Come with it. Come do something different. Like just like you said, growth, man. Just show your growth, and then like you said with my music, I want to look back 10, 15 years and just be like, you know, it was still some music I can vibe to. I can still listen to it. I can still grow from it. Like somebody can pick it up and probably learn something from it or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or it might inspire them to go learn. Like maybe it might not necessarily learn it from me, but it might be like, oh, I'm listening to this. He talking about something. I feel like being a go-getter, or I'm inspired to go do something, or I'm motivated to go do something positive or do something, just, you know, get some money and hustle or do something. But you ain't got to go out here and just, you know, crash. So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, you don't have to prove your point to nobody, you know. Yeah. Hey, check this out. I'm gonna play now. Like I said, I'm gonna play one of my favorite songs out of this. We're gonna pop this up on the screen. I'm gonna let Denise go back and answer some questions. I think I might have a couple more other ones, but man, this is very interesting, everybody. I'm glad everybody out here who's able to see this interview, I'm glad you all are able to see this interview and how very intelligent and very, you know, this young man is and how positive he is. And that's very important. We need to take hip hop back to this mindset, because at this point we're seeing our people are really coming together, bro. We all feel like something big is going to happen, and we need people like you and your message out there. So that being said, let me pop this up here. I want you to look out of these 10 and tell me which one of these you think it really most resonate with me, by me being from the West Coast also. The beat really caught me, but I really like this song. Which one you think it is?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say Foresighted, maybe.
I like that one. I'll give you another chance. One more.
Man, you know what, man? It's tough because like you got a selection. All these songs is kind of like different selections. So I'm gonna go with writer music.
Oh boy, you know what? That was gonna be the one. That was the one until I heard Soulful.
Oh yeah, wow, yeah.
Music until I heard Soulful. So we're gonna go into that.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's hard. That's a hard one too.
Smoke cream. Hey, I've been up, I've been down as far as low as can get. We come from nothing but the goal is get rich. I'm from the hood, so when we ride, it's a pole in the whip. I gotta make it out. That's why I feel my soul on this shit. I've been up, I've been down as far as low as can get. We come from nothing but the goal is get rich. From the hood, so when we ride, it's a pole in the whip. I gotta make it out. That's why I feel my soul on this shit. Tell myself like I'ma make it out. Now show me where that money at, and I'ma take the route. I'm chasing paper if you wanna know my whereabouts. Them straps close, my man got nothing to worry about. Don't let a nigga catch me slipping, never no way. I take the risk of getting the strike to make it home safe. I go and get it on my own, they know I won't wait. It's no luck, it's sheer hustle and a little faith.
Yeah.
I got some homies in the Fed and some in the state. Some of my niggas risk it all up on that interstate. Internet
That's
just
so
scams
beautiful, bro. It's got the West Coast, but it's still got that Motor City sound in the background.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Find a way to live it up, cause you don't live it twice. Life on the line and seen some real niggas sacrifice. I put my soul on these tracks to get my family right.
Right.
I'm getting up, popping down as far as low as can get. We come from nothing, but the goal is get rich. I'm from the hood, so when we ride, it's a pole in the whip. I gotta make it out, that's why I put my soul on this shit. I've been up, popping down as far as low as can get. We come from nothing, but the goal is get rich. I'm from the hood, so when we ride, it's a
pole in the whip.
That's why I put my soul in the shit. He been a badass nigga since he learned how to party. He can catch a football, but he rather catch a body. The basketball became his hobby, but he rather sell a ball than shoot a ball to help his OG. Cut off ties with his friends, cause some niggas didn't burn him. He don't talk about it much, except the loss that kept it moving. He get lost in his ghost and hit the streets to make a movie. Turned the quarter ounce of weed into an APO birdie. Pain that's just numbing up his brain. For the record, I ain't never met a nigga like me. For the record, nigga for big man.
For the record, I slide. Like a used rubber band. I cannot use rubber bands. Still a breaking noodle down again and cook up.
We come from nothing, but the goal is get rich. I'm from the hood, so when we ride, it's a pole in the whip. I gotta make it out, that's why I put my soul on this shit. I've been up, I've been down as far as low as can get. We come from nothing, but the goal is get rich. When we ride, it's a pole in the whip.
I gotta make it out.
My soul in this shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, I really was feeling that one.
Man, appreciate that, man. That one right there, that's featuring my homeboy Mo Green, who no longer here with us.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, rest in peace, Mo Green. That's my guy.
Yeah. So would you like to speak on that? Because one of my well, I was gonna let Denise, well, since you brought it up, let me go ahead and do some of it. Everybody knows, man, Detroit was a rough ass city. So that being said, were there any challenges in life, street life or anything like that, that really correlated with you to write the music that you write, or that directed you to music as an outlet, or what have you, about what was actually really going on in your environment, or what kind of environment were you really in that really glued your personality and into your music?
Well, yeah, like I mean, coming up in Detroit, you kind of, you're gonna be close to it. You're gonna be always close to it. I don't care if you the one up the block, or you know what I'm saying, and because you're gonna have close friends, family, you know what I'm saying, brothers, everybody gonna be kind of surrounded. So you kind of get pulled that way. You know what I'm saying? But me being who I am, like I ain't gonna lie, like I always kind of was the one. I kind of just stood on what I stood on. Like if I ain't doing it, I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if I ain't going over there with y'all, like don't get me wrong, I made my mistakes. Yes, I did it, and I got away with stuff I never want to do again. Like, but like if I just didn't want to do it, like I wasn't really no follower. Like I always kind of had like a leader role, and like any relationship I probably didn't have with people, and like because everybody kind of always know that who I am. Like no, they call my phone. No, don't even call him. He ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I always just kind of stood on my own ground, and like it's always super close. You know what I'm saying? You got my dad. You got certain people that just that was pulled to the streets. But made transitions and all of that. So you see it and it's close, and I definitely put it in my music, like. Just from seeing everything around me, close deaths and close family members go through this or get locked up or anything, like you will hear it in my music. You might hear a line or a bar or two that reference it, you know what I'm saying, and just reference it in the sense of like, you gotta do better, or we gotta do this or we gotta do that. Like, yeah, for sure. You definitely I always try to keep the positive side going. Like, even when I'm having fun, like, because music is just fun. Like, yeah, you got to have some fun. You got to let loose and have fun and be creative. But, like, for the most part, if you listen overall on my catalog, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, he ain't just what you think. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
What you got, Miss Denise?
Oh, you boys have talked, haven't you? Yes. But it's okay.
Oh yeah, you can have the flow. You got it.
So, a fun fact about you that a lot of people might not know is that you played ball from middle to high school or from middle school to college.
Yeah,
But you
definitely.
didn't go down that path when you could have. Why is that?
I ain't gonna say I ain't go down that path, like, cause I kind of did it for a long time. I mean, I did it all the way to like maybe my third year of college. I like did it for a long time, so it wasn't like I kind of like, but it was just like I ain't gonna lie, college wasn't really my route. I kind of wish I would have figured that out earlier. You know, like I love
Okay.
basketball. Like I love basketball, but I'm gonna be honest with you, like I kind of like did the college thing because of basketball, and then because I thought like, you know, oh, I'm about to be like the first guy to graduate from college out of my family. So this
Oh
this is what I'm
boy,
thinking. You know, just that putting that
Yes.
you know, I'm putting that pressure on myself. But like in
yeah.
all honesty, I wasn't really like I really wasn't into like schoolwork for real, for real. You know, I ain't say like I definitely know it, you know what I'm saying, but I don't think it was the structure for me to like sit in class and like do this and do that and wait on the degree. Like I kind of always want like I always wanted like a little bit more than like just sitting in this. It seemed like it was kind of a waste of time, like
Bro, I
to
know
get there.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
We
it
did
kind
the
of
same amount of
I,
years in
yeah,
college. By the time I got to the damn third year, I'm looking like this is what I
yeah,
went for was computer science. And I know
yeah.
what you're trying to say. It's like I want to go and get what I go there to get and let me get the hell on out of here with my degree. I didn't know it was I'm going to have to go in here in 2 years. It's going to be like, damn, going to the 11th and 12th grade again with classes that have nothing to do with my major and
Nothing to
all of
do
that.
with
And
it.
by the time I ready to get to my major, I'm like, man, F this.
Yeah,
I got
you
this
kind of
music going on over here.
yeah, you kind of
I got this
bored
video
out.
game going over here,
Yeah,
and I'm looking
for
like
sure.
hell. I'm in college and just made $50,000 off, ready to play.
Exactly.
And the
Exactly.
damn job that I'm studying to get don't even pay fifty thousand
Man,
dollars a year.
man,
I'm out of here.
I'm
And
trying to
that's what
tell you.
happened with me.
I'm trying to tell you, like, and I don't want to discourage nobody from like going to college, you know, because I would
Yeah,
encourage all the youth. Like, if that's what you do want to do, if you want to go be a doctor, lawyer, you want to go to school, whatever you want to do, if that feel like you need that time, even if you feel like you need that time to figure yourself out, like go do it. You know what I'm saying? Because like don't waste your time though. But if you know that's what you
yeah,
want to do, go do it. But if you feel like you 50-50 and this ain't really what you want to do, like don't go waste that grant money. Don't go waste all that money, them loans, and then you look up, you got $30,000, $40,000 in loan, and you in debt, like
and no
because
degree.
and you no degree, you know. So and it happens. So that's why it's like, you know, I'll encourage you to definitely like do it if you focus, and if your life can be structured like that, because there's people that can really be structured like, okay, I can sit down in class for 4 hours or 6 hours a day, and I can get the job done, go home, write this 10-page paper. Like it's people that kind of like really can focus their time like that. But I think me, I was just kind of like moving too much. Like I
Yeah,
couldn't really sit still, like especially. And then I'm playing ball too. And then it's like, man, we up here hungry. Ain't no money up here. Like, I'm all the way up here
yeah,
away from the family, like and everything. I'm like, no, like I can't, I kind of like you get that anxiety, like I gotta go get some money, or I gotta go do
exactly what you
something
mean.
different. Like something ain't right. Like and then me, like I just knew that me myself, like I eventually found out that, it just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Years
Nothing
later,
wrong with
So
that.
so I do,
now I
yeah.
can go
So
to
yeah,
4 hour seminars and
yeah,
classes now because I'm a little, you're a lot
yeah.
more mature and you're
You
speaking
kind
that
of
knowledge
structured.
now.
You more,
Yeah,
yeah, like you
exactly.
said, you more mature and structured, and definitely like, cause like this a fun fact. Like I just finished my builder's license class. I haven't finished my state exam, but I just finished my class in August. I just finished that in August, and I'm going to go take my state exam sometime this year, like when I'm comfortable. I ain't gonna lie, like I kind of been going back and forth because I ain't been comfortable with it, but like I sat down and did it. Like so it's like I know you can do it. Like it ain't
Yeah,
about it was just at that time when I'm 18, 19, 20 years old.
Manifested.
Yeah.
Man, it's already yours. You
Congratulations.
just gotta
Thank you.
congratulations, and I'm not gonna say good luck.
Thank you.
Manifest it.
Yeah,
I don't say
like
good luck anymore.
yup, I
You
got it in
already
the
made
bag.
that.
I'm with y'all. I got it in the bag. It's already aced.
It's there.
Yeah.
So, what have you learned along the way that you could share with the listeners and the viewers?
Like as far as what, like in life or
Somebody's trying
just,
to get in your niche, personal or professional.
oh yeah, like just, man, this what I really learned through like our life, like kind of like consistency and kind of like if you really want it, it's like an everyday thing. You can't really take no days off, like, you know what I'm saying. And it kind of took me a while to kind of just, because like even with basketball, I'm gonna be honest with you, like I kind of thought it was just a natural talent, so it was just like, I take them days off and you know what I'm saying, but when it's time, like, like throughout the summer, like, I remember it was people like, man, I'm playing basketball through summer. What? I'm 17, 18. I'm not about to take my summer and be hooping. I'm already good. Like, so, but knowing that, like, it was really people that was probably like every single day in that summertime practicing, which they getting better and better and better than me. Like,
Yeah,
and
they're
me, I'm
getting
not taking it that.
conditioned.
Yes, and they getting
They're getting
conditioned and they get it.
conditioned.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like now, like throughout life, I know that you just gotta focus and you really gotta go hard at really what you want to do, like, and stay consistent, like as much as possible. Like, I don't care if it's like you write a rap every day, or you go to the studio 2 hours a day, or you go perform once or twice a week or something. Like, you gotta kind of stay sharp. You know what I'm saying? So I know that when it's something you want out of life, like you kind of gotta go at it. You gotta go at it, and with no looking back. Like, you kind of gotta be like, I'm focused. I'm going this route and I'm focusing, and this is what I want to do. And then even the people that you need to be around you, they're gonna come around you and all of that. So that's kind of just the energy you put out, you're gonna get it back. So
Yeah.
and manifesting, like you said, and manifesting and speaking it, like, you know what I'm saying? Even you ain't gotta speak it out loud. But if you telling yourself that every day, like, this is what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm going to go do. You gonna eventually even trick yourself into doing it. You're gonna be like,
Yeah,
man, what I didn't
exactly.
I done
Yeah.
told myself this 10 times. Like, that 11th time, I'm doing it. Like, I'm not finna keep saying it and not do it. So it's like you gotta kind of speak it into existence. And you gotta go about
Exactly.
action. And it's about action. You gotta put the action. You gotta put the work in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All it is that because once you see it in your mind, it's already done. It's
Yeah,
just
definitely.
correlating, bringing it into the field. That's where all the barriers are, because it's already done. So
Yeah,
what you have
definitely.
to do is you take it from that spiritual world, take it from your mind frame, and actually manifest it into the physical. And
For
then it's
sure.
just figuring out how to get it from this point to that point. What in between right here am I going to have to do to get? It's like walking and traveling. Do I have to build a bridge? Am I going to have
Mm-hmm.
to fly? Is there going to have to be a boat to get there? So it's
Yeah.
basically, do I have to market here? Do I have to advertise there? Do I have to do this show, like you say, to get from
And
here
and
to where you want to
sometimes,
be?
and be honest with you, sometimes you can't even think about all that. Sometimes you just gotta go.
Do
Like, it's
just
like
doing it.
sometimes you just gotta be like, all right, let me just get up and go do this. Let me go
Find
start and go
something
do
to
this.
do.
Cause
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, like when you thinking about too much of it, that's when you kind of you a lot of because I'm gonna be honest with you. That, like, with me, like, I used to overthink, like, exactly like that. Like, man, how I'm gonna market, how I'm gonna do this, where I'm gonna spend this money at, how I'm gonna do this, where I'm gonna go with this, who I'm gonna put the music out to, who I'm gonna talk to, who I'm gonna get to manage me, who I'm gonna, thinking about everything until you just like be like, man,
burnt
man,
out.
like, it's too hard of a task. So you just making it too hard for yourself. But if you just like, all right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna put the music out, I'm gonna put this out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go record, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna talk to these people, I'm gonna network with this producer, and as you just going and as you just doing it,
Yeah,
then eventually, like, the right people gonna be like, oh man, you heard, bro, I gotta listen to you, or I gotta check you out, or man, you got a manager, you got this, you got that. What you how you structure? Like, people start reaching out when I just put out so many videos, and then you got people like, oh yeah, he actually working. You know what I'm saying? People see like, oh,
exactly.
he actually working and he ain't just talking. So, you put that energy out, you would get it back. So for the most part, like, yeah, you don't overthink and just put the
Yeah.
work in, do as much as you can do possible.
Sorry.
Yeah. I think that and having your tribe is really important.
For sure. You gotta have a team.
Yeah,
You
you
got
got to
to.
have
You
some
got
type of
to.
team.
Yeah, definitely. And support, like the people to initially support you, you gotta have that. You kind
Yeah.
of gotta have that. Like I know sometimes that'd be hard to even grasp upon in this day of life because everybody bosses and everybody wants to be who they are. And ain't nothing wrong with that. So, but it's like, you be needing people to just be like play that position, play that part. Like we all can't be this. Like we all can't be the top rapper. We all can't be Jay-Z. Jay-Z had to have 5 people up under him that was running everything so that he could be who he was. So it's definitely like, you definitely need your tribe and your team for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what can I put on here? Let me see something.
So, what do you think is a myth in the rap game or the rap career? And what do you dispute?
You said what's a myth?
Yeah.
Say that
In the rap
again.
career.
What's a myth in the rap career?
Yeah.
Like you think you saying as far as like something that's like not true, like something that's
Mm-hmm.
unbelievable that just don't happen to a rapper?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
I
you can
mean,
dispute.
that I can dispute. I mean, that's a good question, but I'm not sure. Cause I ain't that far in the game. So it's a lot that I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm still at the brink. Like I ain't even break through yet. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't even break through yet. Like, yeah, I got that feeling and I got that like that win all. Like I'm gonna be there. Like I'm coming up and I'm gonna be there. But I ain't really, I ain't really broke that to really feel like is this real or this not? So I don't think I got there yet. But that's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what have you learned along the way that you think was beneficial to you? A
Um,
resource or a mentor
man,
or something that you.
like I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just it's me. I watch everything and a lot of people, but like man, it's a lot of stuff that inspired me, and it's like so many people that inspire me that's close by. Like my girl, my fiance, she actually um she's a very big inspiration, like on what I do, and big support too as well. But like she actually is. I'm gonna plug her right now, but she actually is like shooting a movie right now. So she's working on a movie. She write books, and she probably got like she has 20 books out right now. Like they all on Amazon. You can go get them out. And right now she's actually we just casted for her film like maybe 2 weeks ago, and she's about to start shooting her film and doing table reads and all of that within the next week. So yeah,
Congratulations,
yeah. So
Queen.
that
Yes,
she, yeah,
yes.
she that
That
that's a big,
teamwork make the dream work.
yeah, definitely. Like that's a big inspiration, definitely for me to just be like, all right, yeah, I keep going in my lane, because it get tough sometimes, but to see her and her thrive in her creative space, that make me feel good about like let me just keep going and doing what I'm doing. Like I know I'm made for this, so you know what I'm saying. That's definitely a different inspiration for me. I definitely plug her.
So, what are some of your present and some of your future goals?
Um, Presently, right now, like on the music side, like I'm trying to gain as much traction as possible, gain a good cult following, and I'm trying to like be able to like um do shows, get booked, and as much as possible, like within like really this year. Like I'm trying to like go up. Like so that's why I said that's why I'm doing interviews right now and I'm promoting and on a promo run. That's like my short term goal to like really like get this traction and get my streams up, get my music out to the masses and to the people that need it, and need to hear it. And for my future goals, like, man, I just really want to be comfortable. Like I want to be peaceful and comfortable, like somewhere like you hear it in my song. Like I want to be somewhere in $1 million crib on 100 acres. Like for real, like and with my kids and my wife and my family, like somewhere just chilling and able to just thrive off the work we put in at a young age, at a super young age. So I just want to really just be comfortable and be peaceful and chilling and relaxing at a decent young age still.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you've been doing this for about 5 years.
Yeah.
You came back strong with the last one. What do you think that you've grown or learned from um, that's been your driving force behind your music now?
I think I just know my direction. I kind of think I got to the point where I kind of know my direction and I know what I want to do with it. I know who I want to inspire. I know how I want to market, kind of like I know who I want to be. So it's like I think that's the easiest thing. Like once you figure that part out, it's like you got the direction now. So once I got that, I'm kind of comfortable with in my space. And so with my music now is just I'm just being me. That's all I can really say. Like I know that sounds so cliche, but really I'm just being me, who I am. Like I said, I want to look back 10, 15 years and be like, man, I was comfortable being that person. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it
that's
is.
good too. Versus, like I say, being a character, because like I said, a lot of times these guys they sabotage themselves. They make themselves into a character, and then them real selves have to play a character. And then when the character gets caught up and questioned, then the real person has the answer to it. It's like, oh, but you're still trying to cover up that you're really living a double life.
Yeah,
Just being yourself, man. Nobody can, I'm just the biggest drug dealer ever. Oh, I'm the biggest. You don't
yeah,
have to. You got crazy people out there that want you to prove that. Oh,
yeah.
you just gonna have to prove that.
Yeah, you gonna have to eventually. It's gonna be somebody bigger and badder. Like you're gonna have to show up,
Hmm.
and it's wolves out there. So it's like if you like I said, even if you like the positive energy, when you speak the positive energy, you get it back. So it's the same. It goes same way when it's the negative, or when you trying to play a facade. Like somebody gonna question that facade and try it. Like they gonna question it and like really want to see like, okay, is he really like this? Is he really this tough guy? Because I'm a tough guy. That's what the wolves are gonna be saying. Like I'm tough. Is he tough? Let's see if he tough with the wolves. So
Yeah.
you put that energy out, you're gonna get it back.
Yes, that's
It's
true.
bad enough that the guys who don't ask for it, really end up in it. Like you see what happened with PNB Rock and what you saw happen with Takeoff and
Yeah,
I think with Triple Extension and
yeah,
I don't know the full story of that, and people like
mm-mm.
that, people who are positive, people who are minding their business and doing things, and then they get, of course PNB Rock, he, it was very unfortunate,
Yeah,
of course, how it happened. Even with Nipsey, people, like people change their lives. They're no longer doing the street thing. You would expect that
yeah,
other guy who just, shot up somebody, then next week that rapper did. But, people who seems like they're seemingly staying in their own lane,
yeah,
and not really in that life, even they can get touched. I mean, like, it's like, and that's one of the points I'm trying to bring up in the state of hip hop. What you really feel about it? I mean, does that like give you any? Of course, I don't think it does, and I don't think it should. But do you have any apprehensions, like, man, me going further in this rap game could possibly get me in this type of mess, or I can? It's so many things just going on. Man. All the
no,
conspiracy things going
like,
on.
nah, like you kind of, like I say, you kind of get what you put out. Like you kind of get it back in return and all of that. Like, and not necessarily like saying nobody deserved anything. Like rest in peace to all them brothers. But it's um, like me, like it's certain me. I move a certain way. It's certain places I just know where I ain't finna be. I'm not finna be hanging out. I'm not about to be. You're not about to catch me just dangling out and I know I'm this superstar or anything. Like you not about to. And I know we in a perfect world, everybody be like, oh yeah, well you can be out hanging. You should be able to go anywhere with your chains on. You should be. This ain't a perfect world. Like no, like the world is perfect, but not the people. Like you know what I'm saying. We was
Yeah,
the people made
That's
with
deep.
flaws. You know, all these people made with flaws. So you got to understand, like it's people that want what you got, like, and they probably don't feel like they ever gonna get it. And if you right here with it, and it's their chance, this the lottery for them. So you got to understand that you got to move a certain way. You kind of got to like, you know, you got to watch yourself. You got to watch who you're around. You kind of just, you really got to stay in your own lane. You know, for the most part, like man, I'm Uber Eats, man. I'm not going there. Like I Uber Eats, man.
hey,
I'm worth $5-6 million. Like who I'm proving to. Like that's the thing. Like it's like,
and
man,
I'm
I'm not
literally
trying
an
to
Uber Eats person.
man, because like I'm Superman to my kids. Like I'm a superhero to
Yeah.
my kids. Like and that be really
Mhm.
the most inspiring thing. Like man, I'm not trying to play Superman or superhero or prove no or earn.
Okay.
I don't even want to earn nobody respect, bro. Like if you don't respect me, you stay over there. Like bro, we don't even have to be in the same lane. I don't want your energy anyway. Like you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm glad you pulled that up too, man, because that's another thing I think with a lot of the younger generations, like they want it's like they want everybody to accept any and
cloud,
everything about them, you know, so they'll go out of the way. If somebody say, "Oh man, I don't like his music," and then now you want to argue with a person because they just don't like your music. Now you took
yeah,
it on, you took that negative. It could have been positive. I mean,
man,
it could be positive. They just don't like it. But
yeah,
now you're using negative energy to go out again. Oh, you're a goofy. And now it's I'll spin your block. You know what I mean? It
yeah,
could be just me and you having a conversation. Next thing you know,
for
we're
sure.
mad at each other. Then I'm telling you, I'll spin your block. The next thing you know,
Yeah,
we'll come on, spin the block. And next thing you know, you're dead. It's like, and I have seen this happened just
yeah,
like that. I'm looking like, really?
it happens.
Nobody ran off on the plug. Nobody killed somebody's mama. Nobody molested your daughter. This dude just called you a goofy and didn't like your music. And now he's dead and you're going to prison? Did I
Yeah.
really just see this
Mhm.
live on Instagram?
Yeah, we in a bad space, and it's happening like you said. It's happening live and direct on right all these camcorders and recordings they got going on. Like it's not like it's nothing is sacred. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it used to be times where it used to be like kind of used to be let's keep this over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we got this going on, we gonna keep this over here. We keep this in the streets, or
Yeah,
we keep this between us. Like man, it's like with social media, it came a whole nother different ball game. It's kind of like everybody like want this thing called clout, like and validation. So like people like moving, it ain't even like about nothing. Like you said, it ain't about no money. It ain't about nothing specific. It's about man, you ain't finna play me on the internet. He talk crazy to me on the internet. I gotta say, I gotta go back and talk crazy. Then it just create this whole bad energy and bad vibe. Like, man, me, I'm the type like you can comment and say whatever. Like, man, as long as you comment it. Like, if you
yeah.
you comment it,
I'm
like
getting credit for the
I'm happy.
comment.
I'm happy
Hey,
with the
I'm not gonna
comment.
lie, bro.
Like,
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. My sister know me
yeah.
well. Hey, and if somebody come on my post and I know that I,
Just know
I'm
you lit. If
I'm
they
a good
come on your
troll.
post and they talking, you lit.
I'm a good
You
troll too, bro. I know how to get certain people to come. Oh, well, when they come in, I'll be like, man, you know you off bounds. I'm getting ready to ride their ass.
yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
great
yeah.
troll. And
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
what I'm doing because I'll keep this person coming back. And I'm like, yeah, the comments going up. I got
No,
99 comments on it.
and
Yeah, come
and
on with
that's
some
cool.
more.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I can indulge in it. Like, you know, I could probably like play off of it, but it don't if it's worth it, I could play off of
Yeah,
it
yeah.
and you
At the
know,
end of the
kind of
day,
like
I'm not
joke
gonna let
off
it
of
get
it.
violent or
But
get to
yeah, but
yeah,
like
just straight up disrespect.
if it's something like kind of like that, like you damn near to me, you not even serious because you first of all, you on the internet, like, and that's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna just stop it right there. I ain't gonna give you the energy. Like, so we ain't even gonna go no further. Next, you're not gonna hear nothing from me if I feel like that. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that. So it
A
don't
lot of
even
times
make
I do that
sense.
too. It's like sometimes people think that they got the best, but when they see that you just didn't even, and then later people come back and be like, you know what? He didn't answer me because I didn't make any sense. And so at some
Yeah,
point you got to know it. Like, you know what? I'm gonna let you figure out why I didn't come back.
yeah.
You
And
know,
you
like
like
you think about this.
you came up with this cool and creative comment just for you to have to go back and think, man, he never commented back. Like, man, I thought I said something that was worthy of a comment back, and it ain't worth it. So
in
now
all
you gotta
caps.
go think to yourself why he never wrote back or
In
why I
all
never
caps.
wrote back. Like, that's on you. So
Yeah.
for real.
So let me ask you, do you do all of your own production? Do you make your beats and
Uh,
do you record your lyrics or
oh
do you?
no, no way, no way, no way. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, I'm still at the bottom. So honestly, like I work with whoever, like for real. Like I ain't really that type of person anyway. Even if I was at the top, like you know what I'm saying, I still reach down and reach wherever. If it's good, it's good. If it's good production, man, I go on YouTube and find a beat. If this beat worth it, let me go on his page. I'm gonna go buy this beat. I'm gonna go do something. We gonna do some business with this beat. And then it's like other guys, like I got other guys that I'm close to, like that's from the city and that's good producers, like throughout the city. And then like Jose the Plug, you might have heard of him. He like
Yeah, I did.
he got one of like the biggest songs out of Detroit recently
Yeah.
with his production, and then you got Bang That Shit, which that's his production name. But that's my guy Jimmy, man. He real dope. Me and him work together a lot. That's my homeboy cousin, and me and him work a lot. You know, it's guys throughout the city that I connect with every now and then that I didn't work with. Bo 404. Different guys I didn't work with. It's a lot of guys down the line that I didn't work with, but like me myself, I don't produce. Like I ain't gonna lie, I always told myself I do want to produce eventually. Like I want to sit down and like learn that as a skill, but as of now, no,
Yeah,
that ain't.
we'll
I
link
leave
up.
it up to them.
We'll link up. You come to view my live shows. You may learn something. I
Okay,
really
you
asked
produce.
that too. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. Y'all, yeah, it's like Lokes the
Yeah,
Beats or
I
something like.
went from the rapping era back in the day, and like the reason why I asked that is because, like I said, back in the day, I mean, I was musically inclined anyway, all of my life anyway. You know, I used to DJ. I played the drums when I was in middle school and stuff like that. And as
Okay,
I came up, I was just one of those guys, just do everything myself. I didn't want to sound a label. I didn't want to do anything. I did it all,
yeah,
produce my own beats and what have you.
yeah, that's hard.
That's basically why I asked, because a lot of artists are like that. And then I'm looking up also for people to collaborate with also. And the most important thing you said, man, I really have to get you on my podcast too, because man,
Yeah,
you're laying out some very good points that I
yeah,
try to point out to younger artists also, or up and coming artists, is that a lot of these artists always want free beats, bro. They always
yeah.
want free beats, and they don't want to give the producer 50%. It's like,
Like
come on.
yeah, and
And the
that
first thing you said out of your mouth was, I find that producer, I find them, and I pay
mm-hmm. Yeah,
for the
I don't even
beat.
for
I
real,
pay
even if
for
it's
the beat.
a minimum lease or something, like we're gonna do some type of business. Like even if I can work with you and say, yeah, all right, well, let's do this. If you want to do 50-50, that's cool too. Like if you feel like this song, I'm gonna blow this song up and you want to do 50-50 and
Yeah,
we
I
make $1
guarantee
million,
you gonna
you
take
get
the
a
beat.
500,000, let's do it. Like if
Yeah,
that's
you
what we want to
sign a
do,
free
I'm
lease.
with it.
Like, hey
Like,
man, here you go, bro. You lease this thing here for 2 years. I'll put on $0. So let's
yeah.
do this thing on the back end. Let's do the 50-50, or we do the
Yeah,
60
yeah. Like
40.
it,
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
it's
And
business.
let's get
It's
the music out there instead of having all my beats sitting up here waiting on the right person, or I
exactly.
can't lease for $29.95. But I'm just not going. Bro, you're very humble, because like you say,
Mm,
everything you're saying is correlated. I don't go out there just to style. I don't buy Louis Gucci and all that, but I'm listening to the lyrics, but
yeah,
I'll dress just for the hell of it. But it ain't
yeah,
got to be Louis. It ain't got to be Gucci.
yeah, yeah,
But now I'm looking at all these guys. What I be saying? Trying to play the part, trying
yeah.
to play a part of who they're not. I'm looking at you go spend $1,000 on some shoes.
Mm-hmm.
You just went and leased a car for $1,000 a month.
But
You
don't
got your
want to
girl
pay for the
over
beat.
here with Michael Kors and everything
That
on. Then you
part.
come
That
swerve
Yeah,
up
part.
my block,
that's
swerve
Yeah.
true.
up on my block, talking about, hey man, can I get a free beat, man? The
Yeah.
tightest one you got. I need. As a matter of fact, can I get a whole bundle of 10 beats for free?
Man.
Fuck out of here. Excuse my language.
Yes. I feel you though. No, I feel you. I feel you because it's business to be done, and people got to understand that it's all business to be done. Like you don't want no producer just like not eating, bro. It feel like no, it should be room for us all to eat because
That's
that's
how
how
you
it
get to the
goes.
top.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how it goes. Like, and that's just how it goes. Like, if you if I use your music, I mean, I'm pretty sure you want to get paid off of it. This your beat. You sat there, probably took an hour, 2 hours, 15 minutes, no matter what it took.
He has
But
seen
it,
sometimes 3 or 4
yeah,
hours.
that's what I'm saying. But guess what? You took your time and you want to get paid off your creative mind. You know what I'm saying? Just like I want to get paid off my creative mind, and it's all worth it. Like, you definitely deserve it. If you put this beat together, I wouldn't be able to put these words on it.
And I try to tell this young guy,
I
this young
mean,
guy gonna have a debate with me about like, hey
no,
man, about your beat wouldn't be nothing without my lyrics on it. I was like, well, that's what you think, but
yeah,
I'm not tripping on your lyrics. I said, like, I tell you what, that's what we do. Let me throw my beats up here on Spotify and run them, and you throw your acapella up on Spotify and let's run it. And then you put your lyrics to my beat and put 50% on there, and let's see if not my beat and your lyrics with my beat don't run it before your acapella. Let's do this. I never heard from him again.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not tripping, but come on, music. Come on, bro. Really, it's like
it's all business, man. It's all business. You know, people got to respect the business of it. That's all.
It's so true. But my mission is, I hope that I can. Well, I really, really want all entrepreneurs everywhere to, you know what I'm saying, like put a dent in corporate America. Because I think that if they stop going to Craig and them on Jenny Craig or whatever all these lists is, that they're going to find these people. There's people that's in your community that are plumbers, that are lawn care specialists. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to put their daughter or son through what do you want to call it? Private school or whatever. I think that if we collaborate, give referrals, do all those kind of things, that we can actually put ourselves on top.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. Like I feel like we probably spend the most money to these corporations, man. If not, we second, like, and I'm saying we as in black people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
we as a melanin people. You know, we kind of spend a lot of money, like, on a lot of like stuff that could just be revolving in our community. Like you said, we can be spending this money, like, even if we outsource, like, man, we need to be bringing it and let it revolve here first. Like, we spend it here first. If we gonna outsource, like, yeah, let the guy that own the lawnmower company go buy the lawnmowers from the other cultures. But when we bring it here, we need to be all on our block spending our money with them. They need to be coming cutting our grass, like, as a community. Like, they need to see this money, like, and we need to see it more than once or twice. Like, this money needs to revolve through our community. But, you know, I think we can still get there, but I kind of feel like, man, we be going in reverse sometimes. Sometimes we go,
Yeah, that's true.
sometimes
you're going there. You're going there.
Yeah. Sometimes it seems like, okay, we moving forward, and then it'd be like, man, we'd take 2 more steps back and we'd go backwards. But I mean,
it's
that's
for the simple fact is that we're trying to use a system that wasn't designed for us, and we're trying to revise another whole system. Because, like I said, I'm a little older, and I can understand how we got into the situation that we're in.
Yeah.
And a great book to be able to read to understand that is The Miseducation of the Negro. And we did touch on that earlier in this interview about a lot of people that went off to college because their parents wanted them to go up, what have you. Or when they did go, they were sending their kids, they were sending us, you know, because, you know, we got to understand the era that we came up in is that we had to think that we had to do what the other people, I can't say their names, say, you know, to be looked up as. We're only successful if we have the jobs these people have, and we went to and got the knowledge these people have, went to school. So what, you know, in my era, what my parents did is man, bro, in my city, I could drive you down through my city and actually show you places that my ancestors owned, and they made good money. And our money in each one of these communities went to the community bank, and we had power in our communities. We were able to go down to the city hall and make things happen because that was our money in these banks, in these communities. But what happened was 2 different things. The one thing is, like I said, those same grandparents and parents sent us out to college to go work for these, to be the CEO maybe one day of Nabisco. My son is going to be this and that, and now he's going to work for United Airlines to be this big CEO. So a lot of us we did was we went to college, and some of us did what we did, or we did get that good job, or we did go out and make other corporations big. But everything to make us think that we'll be successful, when we came back home, we moved out to the suburbs, left everybody's talking about building these. You see what I'm talking about
for
in
sure.
Detroit. It happened to you all in
Yeah,
Detroit.
for sure,
Everything
definitely.
you had, everybody left off and went out to the suburbs, and they got,
Yeah,
but they never was taught like the other people taught their kids is, son, you're going to go to college to learn this knowledge to make your father's business a corporation. That's how we got Walmarts and Dollar Generals and Family
no
Dollars.
doubt.
And guess where they're at, bro? They're on the same corners that our ancestors' businesses were. So that's
No
how we
doubt.
got duped. That's how we got duped. Everything. So now once we learn how that system that we integrated into work, now we get able to be able to rework ourselves back out of that.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
and it's, man, brother, I'm really glad we're having this conversation with you tonight, bro, because you're
Yeah, for
touching on
sure.
a whole lot of, it's on the topic of the interview, but man, you're touching on a lot of things that we at Entrepreneur Empire and on my podcast about hip hop,
Yeah.
really speak on, bro. You're really good, very good, very. All of our guests are good, but I'm very excited tonight.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you. I told you I'm happy to be here, man. And y'all very good intellectual people too. I'm getting info from y'all as well. So it's like I'm enjoying it. Like I said, bro, I ain't did too many interviews neither. Like this is like my first go around for real, for real. So this another step for me. Like now, like this probably like maybe like I did a couple interviews maybe with like my homeboys and stuff like that. That's kind of like more so the practice for me because like that's more easier me to kick it with my homeboy. But for me, like my first time speaking with y'all, like that's kind of dope. And then for us to bounce information off each other, like I feel good about it.
Yeah, man. This is very genuine and feeling like, man, shoot. This don't even feel like it's an interview. It's just like we're all in the clubhouse.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Just kicking it. Yeah, just kicking it. And
I'm
that's the
going to
best. I
ask
mean,
you one more.
those make for the best interviews. My bad. You can go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that makes for the best interviews usually. When you can kind of just kick it, and it bounce information off each other, energy good.
Yeah,
I
because
try
at
to
first
be it. Yeah,
when
go
we
ahead.
first started, we tried to be a little, too professional, make sure it's super quiet and lights just right, and then it's like you say, you're just putting on too much pressure, man. Just do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah,
But so
that's
once
true.
we just started doing it, man, it's like, man, it's more fun, and we're able to, we were writing down I got a couple of questions I wrote down, but I really didn't have to even go through because you were
Yeah.
such a great guest tonight. It's like, man,
Yeah,
shoot,
man.
and giving so much information, you were answering up like, man, he answering the question before I get to it. But that's great,
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
need, sometimes we ask people a question, they give us a real short answer. We be looking like, oh,
No, for
okay.
sure. I mean, a lot of these guys probably need media training. Like they like some people be needing it, like coming from the streets, like they ain't really like, you know, got that intellect to where they can have that conversation and be able to bounce off each other. Like some people don't, they ain't articulate enough. So as
You're
well. So
very right, bro.
so
You're
people
very
might
right.
freeze up when they get in these conversations, or they might not be able to have that conversation, or be able to even they might even have an answer in their mind, but they might not be able to speak it, and they might think they might sound crazy saying it. So,
Yeah.
some people do need the media training. I'm beyond, like I just said, like I'm just me. I'm always this way. Like I know how to just have a conversation with anybody. Like I can have a conversation
Yeah.
with a street guy, OG, a young dude, an older woman, a younger
Man,
woman, like, and I can just have a peaceful conversation. Like if we gonna have a conversation, if you can speak well, I can speak. We can do this. You know what I'm saying? I might learn from you. I ain't gonna say I know everything because I don't, and that's the first rule of the conversation. Like I don't know everything. I know how I feel. Like I can give you my perception, but for the most part, I know how to learn. Like I know how to learn, so I listen.
That's a big thing too, bro. Because you really have to know how to communicate. Period. But a lot of times, like you got to know how to move and communicate in certain rooms. Also, you never, like I tell people, bro, you never, when you go out places and you go somewhere, or you go to an event, or you just go to the store, or you just go somewhere, you never know who is around you. You never know who can do something for you. And you may have opened your mouth or said something or did something, man. You didn't even know that this guy knew who you were and bump into you, be like, oh man, that's DuoMoolah right there. And then you do something absolutely crazy in public. It's like, damn, I was about to approach him for a deal, but this dude can't talk straight, or he's high as hell, I don't know, or anything. Or
you
just, or you could have just, or you had the shot and you just couldn't articulate. That's why, I say that to say this one, because in the interview, people would look at like, oh man, this cat, he ain't gangster because look at him, he got this vocabulary and he's smart and he went to school. Oh, he said he went to college. And that's what I was trying to tell young people, man. It's like, that was one of the things that was with me, because I almost had to prove to people like, bitch, I'm a guy. I will get gangster, because I was so educated. I've been to school, so they would never feel. I'd be, hey, bro, I'm just smart. I am from the streets, but I just can't help because I didn't want to be dumb. I can't help because I wanted to read. I can't help because I wanted an education, but don't get it twisted. Don't make me. You saw, and it's like, I try to tell young people like that, bro. You don't have to.
It's so many scholars doing life in prison. You like that don't mean nothing, bro. You can trick yourself off. Like it's people that was on the path to probably be great people. You know what I'm saying? And then all it took is that 20 seconds of bad energy. Like, and guess what? Like they doing life in prison. So that don't mean nothing. Like you can be dumb if you want to. Like that's just being dumb. Being a gangster don't mean you dumb. Like it's some guys that just are illiterate and like they don't really know like street smarts, or they don't even know book smarts. Like they don't have no knowledge. Like, and you would rather walk around like that without trying to gain knowledge or something. Like, then I feel like that ain't gangster, bro. Like that ain't really gangster. Like gangster is like learning, like giving back to these kids. Like you gotta pour into these kids in your community and stuff like that. Like it ain't about like who the toughest, who can poke their chest out the most. I don't think it's about that. So
I think another thing too, man, is like we got to now we know better. We have to start showing better too, because and my generation did it too. We thought that we can get away with being gangster and doing whatever the hell we did, doing our things, but at the same time, trying to tell the next generation or tell our kids not to do it, but they see you doing it, or try to make some excuse or some other story. Hey man, you see this, but that didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah, for sure.
It didn't work. That shit didn't work, bro. So with this next generation, and with people like yourself, um, and I do see a lot of the younger generations that's coming to the next. And I don't want to keep calling it a younger generation, but I'm much older. I'm 53.
Okay.
But what I mean by that is people like 35 and below. Are they're really awake, man, and I think they're really going to. We have to understand, bro, that hip hop has been assassinated. Once we know that, because see, these people know that back in the days, I'm gonna go there. Back in the day when I was growing up, hip hop was about our culture, but our diversity. We barely have diversity in our culture in hip hop now, because back in the day, like I said, my cousins from Detroit, once they come down to visit, man, they come down with these big ass fur coats on. Stacy has a big hat, and we laughing like, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
Man, what's going this right here? And we dressed in Southern here. My West Coast cousins would come, they got the khakis, the Dickies on, they got the Big Davis on. Like, what's up, cracking cuz? What up, blood? We got their lingo. Y'all had y'all lingo. My New York cousins had their lingo. The whole totally different lifestyles.
Yeah, that's true.
Different cultures within a culture.
Yeah.
Within it was so beautiful. But we still loved each other, man, because we loved each other because we were us, and we loved the differences amongst us back in the day.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So now once the powers that be was like, wait a minute, the way these people, hip hop culture, and most of their music move is how these people gonna live. I'm not gonna lie to you. You may have heard about the secret meeting about hip hop to turn hip hop into what it is today. I was damn near in that meeting.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard of those back in the day, they used to have what they call Jack the Rapper. Used to be in Atlanta every year. It was a big music conference. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Nope, I ain't really hip to that.
So that was like in the early and mid '90s, and then in the late '90s, early 2000s, I think they changed the name. After people found out what's going on in there, they changed the name to the Atlantis Music Conference, but it didn't hold on. So as I attended the first one. Everything was good because I'm trying to get my music out, man. I'm meeting people like Suge before Suge was Suge, and all these people. Everybody was networking. They were underground. You know, you had the Damon Dashes. That was in the early '90s. This was everybody was nobody, and everybody was networking. And by the third time I went to one of them, I started realizing, like, man, this is a ritual. You know, I'm starting to realize certain people that's doing certain things and making certain moves. Like, dang, you ain't making nothing like that last year. Who the hell did you just go meet?
Yeah.
And then I'm running the Suge come to me, like, hey, man, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. He just looked straight at me. I'm going to make you famous, but I'm going to make me rich. I didn't take it personal. I didn't take that was the best. That was the one most best piece of advice that I was given, because it was advice. He was looking at me like, dude, you got it better than just being a damn artist. You're too smart. You're going to get fucked in this game. You want to be like me. That's what he's basically telling me. Man, you go out, you need to produce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I saw a lot of artists that got hung up back in the.
Man, it's a cold game. Yeah, for sure. It's a cold game.
It's
like,
cold,
I mean, you still hear about artists today, and I'd be like, man, it'd be like, you kind of got to just, like, what was we saying? You kind of got to respect business, man. You kind of got to know what you're getting yourself into. You kind of got to pay attention to, like, what positions you putting yourself into, the people you putting yourself around, and what you want to deal with. Like, and if you know that, like, you know, if your moral code don't speak on that, like, you ain't gonna do it. You know, certain stuff, and you just ain't gonna rock with it. Like, that's how I am. Like I said, I've been kind of a certain way since I was young. Like, I kind of always been like, nah, I'm not doing it. Like, if I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. I don't care. Man, you could tell me it's finna make me $10 million today. Like, if it ain't worth it, it ain't worth it, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if it ain't worth my sanity, it ain't worth it.
That's how you're respected as a man, because men, like all of my closest homies, man, we're only homies because of that type of life that we live. We all know that we can't make this nigga here be no crash dummy, you know, and we definitely really respect it. We do some G stuff, we do eat shit together, we handle our business. We done some crazy stuff, but you or nobody else can't make me do something that I ain't getting ready to do.
Man, no.
Whatever
Like, I'll take the stairs. I'd rather take the stairs.
Doing that, cuz, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? It ain't.
I like that. I take the stairs.
We are not. And sister noticed. My sister noticed for fact. She know everybody we know. And everybody like us, when anyone else say, nigga, I'm doing that, cuz, it ain't getting ready to be no, you bitch ass nigga or no, he ain't. He's standing on what he gonna do.
Man, he a real fella.
That's how you get the snitching and all this stuff that's going on with these guys, because these guys are forcing guys that ain't really about that. Oh, you know, you did. Oh, okay, man, I'll go along, and there you go. That's why you
get what you get. You get what you get. Like,
that's why you're sitting in there by yourself, and all your homeboys got out for Christmas.
You know, hey, for real, about. Yeah, like it be like that. You right.
Lokes are on the beat.
Let me ask you a question. How did you come up? Where did your name come from? How did you?
You say, where did my name? Okay.
Yeah, some people have unique stories.
The origin of the name. Okay. So I come from my name John. That's my name. I'm giving y'all my name. My name John, and like all through like high school and all that, like I told you, like it was a period of time like I used to rap. I was kind of like in rap groups and all of that. So it used to be like I was called. My name was J Money. Everybody used to call me J Money. Even basketball court, I'm J Money because I know the hoop. Oh, that's money. That's J Money. So it went from that to like around the era, and I give it credit to that, like Young Money, Lil Wayne, when he was Young Money, Young Moolah, like that used to always stand out to me. So naturally, people just jump from the money to the moolah. They just start calling me J Moolah, J Moolah. Like what up, J Moolah? I just went from the money to the J Moolah. It stuck with me, and
Okay.
it ended up sticking with me. So all right, and like so the duo part, like I was telling y'all, like that's a label. Me and my homeboy, we running right now, and he the creator of it, but like I'm the co-owner, and we running it right now. So I just put the duo on it so that it would, because honestly, I did research. Like I looked up Moolah, like you just go look up that name when I first like was gonna do it and put out music. I looked it up, like man, let me see who. And there was so many Moolahs. Is this type of Moolah? Is that Moolah? Is Dave Moolah? John
That's
Moolah?
why I put
Tip
the K
Moolah?
behind the B in my
Yeah,
name.
yeah. So
Because
I
when
was
I went
like,
to go look Jaybird, it was a
yeah,
million Jaybirds, but it
yeah,
ain't a million JB Kurds.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So I just was like, all right, this put the duo in front of that. So now when you look me up, if I tell you my name
Right.
DuoMoolah and you look
I
me up,
found you
it's
straight
gonna
on
come right up. Yeah,
right on
I'm gonna
Google.
pop straight up. Yeah, on
And
Google.
I
Yeah,
was
you
gonna
can look.
ask you one of those questions. I was gonna ask you one of the questions was is like uh what are some of the things that you are doing or some of the ideas you have at marketing and branding yourself and your music, your business, and other products or anything in the future? And that's basically what almost answering that question right there. You got to brand it. You had to brand your own name. You couldn't just be Moolah. You
No,
had to make sure you brand your name so that way when you go in Google, you're
yeah,
the first, second, third, fourth, all the way down to the 10th
yeah, for
on
sure.
that page. You are DuoMoolah, nobody else, nothing else. And so now that you have that, you're branded like that, you can almost put anything out there that you want under that name and brand. So is that what you're thinking about? Building further on branding?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
actually, really, you're branding your name and your constituents. Because I try to explain to people too. That's why they have like you got when they say CTE Johnny, or in our case, our group is UDC. It would be UDC Jaybird, UDC Crunch, UDC. So people was always wondering, what are these letters in front of these guys? Well, these guys are also representing their groups also.
yeah,
So, you may have 5 or 6 people in that group. So you're going to have Duo Moolah, Duo Johnny, Duo
yeah,
Mike.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
try to explain that to some of the
Yeah,
people who
yeah,
don't
that's how it
know.
is. Yeah, that's kind of how it is. Like the ASAP mob, ASAP Rocky
Yep,
and
yep, yep.
ASAP Ferg and so forth, so
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
So
I see.
like,
I didn't, and that's by that. That's how I understood what the heck was going on. Because I'm like, ASAP Rocky, oh, that's a cool ass name. Then I see an ASAP Bird, like that
yeah,
nigga here biting,
but
and
yeah,
that's
now
when
you
I feel
branding.
in my era, bro. If you trying to do anything like the next person, boy, you biting. So I'm
Yeah,
like, man,
yeah.
he biting. But then when I did some research and I learned, I was like, okay, that's a good way of guys
It's a
being
good way of marketing, and it's a good
effective.
way to keeping everybody's name going. Cause it's like, okay,
Yeah,
now,
yeah, and
all right, if
market the whole group. Every time you
yeah,
market yourself, you're marketing the group
you
also.
gonna keep hearing the duo and the duo, like, and like that's the thing. Like we not even necessarily a group. We are solo artists. Like to be honest with you, we work close and we do our thing, but like we are actually like solo artists and started off as solo artists. We have had ideas of like doing a group projects and stuff like that, but we actually are solo artists. And Ill Will, Green, and myself, like we actually solo artists. So it's like um with the duo, like in Ill Will, he don't even have a duo in front of him, and I wish he would have did the same. But it's like I was telling him, like the duo is kind of like you said, it's marketing. If they see me with the duo, then they see my dude, he popping over here on this side, and he duo, and then they see this guy, he duo, he got that.
Yeah,
They keep
people gotta
hearing this
come try to
duo, they
find
gonna
out
be like,
what's up with this
"Who is these
duo. Yeah,
dudes? Yeah, what is duo? What's going on? Like, man, I keep seeing duo this, duo that." So now, like,
Yeah.
you tune in easier. You break the ice like that, I guess.
yeah. Because it's on one thing, because you never know. Because like, I think you touched on the point earlier too that like, I forgot how you had put it, but Oh, about how your guy there said, man, my guy was really hot, so I kind of fell back in my own lane and just watched how everything do, watch how you move, watch how things go. A
Yeah,
lot
for
of people
sure.
not, and with my guys when we were coming up too, we had this one particular cat, Blackbird. This guy here to me was like the next Tupac to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And of course, I knew I could rap. My other boys, but I had got to a point. Was like, you know what, nigga, I'm just gonna put a little bit of my stuff on the back burner, and we try to help get this cat out because he
Yeah.
get ready to pull us all. You know
Yeah,
what
for
I'm
sure.
saying?
Hell
And you
yeah.
don't have guys that's like that now.
Yeah.
The
And
way
I'm
you
definitely a
you
team player.
could have definitely been jealous of your homeboy. Come on and got him
Hell
locked
yeah.
up. It could be
Hell
my
yeah.
turn next. Man, we got so
Man.
much that going on
Man.
in the
No, like I
neighborhood.
ain't gonna lie, I was there.
That's
Like
why they locked up today because your boy wanted to be next and he called on your ass. And it's like, you don't have it the way you be like, hey man, I'm just gonna sit back and learn some more and wait my turn. Or I'm gonna help this person right here get even further because it's only gonna help me in the long run. You
yeah,
don't
for sure.
have too many, guys that have, you know,
That team player mentality, man.
morals and ethics like that.
Yeah, they don't really got the team player mentality. Like sometimes you gotta like I was there with my homeboys. Like even if I was just had to be in the club just because I look like I'm part of the entourage or I'm look like I'm part of the muscle or whatever. Like I'm just coming just to come. I'm coming to support. I'm there. I gotta hold the camera and record a little bit, help promote. I'm promoting whatever. Like, I don't mind, especially like my guys. Like I I don't mind that. Like we all did that for each other, like at a point in time. So it's like
Yeah,
it should never be no big deal like when it's somebody else's turn. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind. I'm gonna share yours like I share it like it's mine, and I'm gonna promote it like it was mine. Like and I didn't did that. Like my guys can vouch for me. So like at a point in time where I wouldn't, like I said, I wasn't putting out projects and I wasn't really making music. If they was doing their thing and I'm pushing theirs and I might hop on a feature. I might be on one song on a mixtape out of 15 songs or something like that, but I made it. So, I'm still I'll be happy to just like let's just all go up. Like that's what I'm saying. There's
yeah,
room for
yeah,
everybody. Like it's a lot of room, it's a lot of money, it's a lot of opportunity. Whatever everybody looking for, it's enough. Like we ain't gotta stop right here. Like for real. This is
Yeah.
just one city, one part of the world. So, we all can go up. Like I always look at it like that. I ain't never had hate in my blood. So like when I see somebody doing good, I congratulate you doing that. I
yeah,
don't care what it is. If it's over there, family members, somebody over there that's doing something, and I congratulate. I share it. Oh, that's nice. That's dope. I hit them up,
yeah,
comment, whatever. Like me, I'm always that person. Like, and even not even to get it, because like I might not get it always receive. I might not receive it all the time, but like man, it just be me, man. If I like it and it's dope, I don't be thinking about all that.
yeah. Let me ask you this then. That being said, a lot of artists, man, I think they go straight into the game with it. I mean, a lot of people have different levels or different mindsets of what they think success is. A lot of guys they want the money. Some people just want to be famous, and I think some people think that to get to either one or either both of those plateaus, that they'll have to be signed to a record label. And so right out the gate, a lot of
Yeah.
artists, man, they work on just their main goal is to get a record label to find me and sign a deal.
Yeah.
And a lot of these artists, I don't think they understand the different types of deals out there between like a managing deal, some of the worst deal, like the 360 deal, a
Mm-hmm.
publishing deal. And I don't think they really understand it. I think that people can just write up any kind of deal and say, hey, we're going to give you $1 million, and they're taking it and not really understanding. That's no different than what the government gave you to go to school with for them damn student loans,
Long.
and they say, owe this money back. I
I
don't think they really
agree.
understand that. And so I'm asking is that, how far are you with the knowledge of, of the deals, and are you actually at some point really seeking some type of deal to help further your career? And if
Uh,
so, what type of deal would be an ideal deal that you would seek?
like honestly, like I'm not, I'm not necessarily even looking for a deal, bro. Like I'm kind of looking for Like I love it for it to be like independent, to happen independently for me. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, I look at dudes and I didn't look at some guys like I'm mad that I can't reference his name right now, but I didn't found dudes that literally then they do like direct to consumer. So really, we're like they come up with music and like, they direct to consumer. They sell it to these people for $10 a pop. You know what I'm saying? Today through emails and stuff like that. Like they send it like, and they getting paid every dollar they sell. Like where they ain't going no DSPs or none of that. So it's no streaming platforms and none of that. This is just direct to consumer. So it happens. There's so many ways to really do it. Um, like yeah, if somebody came with a big bag, it was worth it. Don't get me wrong. I'll take it.
I was
Like
gonna
I
say,
take it. I ain't gonna say I ain't in it
I
for
got
no
some
money. I
material
want
I
I
give.
want some money too. I definitely want some
I got
money.
some
Like
material I
I
give
ain't
them. That,
I
yeah,
ain't gonna I ain't gonna play like that. I'm in it. I,
I
I
ain't
want
gonna
some
give them
money.
everything, but I got
Yeah,
something I
yeah,
give.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Come on with it. Like let's make it worth it. If it's worth it, it's worth it. But like for the most part, like I would love to like have this independent run before I even would it like to build an independent like base, a foundation before I was to even like associate myself with a label or a deal or anything
Exactly.
because like I want that leverage. Like I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want that leverage. Like right now, if a label was to come talk to me right now, like it'd have to be something super extravagant, like for me to really like take it because I know y'all are probably offer me a bad deal that's not really worth it. I know
Yeah,
y'all would because like the leverage I got. I ain't really like me. I'm not got a super big following yet. I know my creative mind.
yeah,
I know that's worth it. You know what I'm saying? I know that's worth some money and some. I know it's worth some millions. Like so, I know that's worth it. But I know to them they'd be like, man, yeah, we trying to take 70, 80% of what you putting out, man. And guess what? The other
yeah.
5% you gonna have to take this 20% and break that down with your people, your manager and all that, and that don't be
Then
worth it.
you got
So
35% of that gonna be going to tax.
yeah, then that's gone. You know what I'm saying? So now you look up, you got $1 million you gotta split with your manager, you gotta pay them and pay them and pay this, and then you look up, man, you left with $100,000 out of something you thought your creative brain was worth more. So you don't
Mm-hmm.
want to get played like I want to
Yeah,
kind of be, at a point where I done made my name in the game before I go step into a label deal or something like that. Cause I know I'm gonna be honest with myself. I knew it wouldn't be the right deal. You know what I'm saying? And I
yeah.
know like it's people that I know like that'll be like, man, what I'm taking that deal, whatever deal. You just want to get in the door. And I understand it's an opportunity, but there's other ways to get in the door. Like it's
And
other
you get in the
ways. Like
door,
you
when
can
you can't get them
like
people their money back and you can't perform, you're gonna be
man, that's
blackballed,
what I'm saying.
blacklisted. Then.
So just take the stairs, like I said earlier. Like just take the stairs. Like it's gonna take you some time, but and it's gonna feel better. It's gonna feel so much
That
better
part.
too. Like I'm telling you, like I feel like that's the key point. Like I feel like that just gonna make me feel so much better. Like if I get to a point where it's like, I'm putting the music out that I want to put out. I'm making the money I want to make off of my music, how I'm supposed to make it, and not like I'm
Yeah,
putting out the music and then 5 years from now I got a problem. I'm telling y'all, man, I ain't only made $100,000 off of music my whole time with this label. Like you feel me? Like that don't make sense. And I know that
yeah.
I got music that's
I'd
worth
rather
more than
make
that.
all that myself, doing
Yeah,
it by myself in that
taking
same
your
amount of
time.
time than having to
Yeah,
share with somebody else. And that's what a lot of people
exactly,
don't understand, you know.
exactly. Like
And like you
and
said, and like you were making a good point on, like you got partners, man, that's selling their own music and don't need a digital service provider or what have you. And that's at the brink of where I'm at now because I took a long stint out from me. I really stopped liking it around 2012 because damn everything was auto tuned and the
mhm.
way to promote music. It's like everything was just the same. I lost interest in it. I just came back into music last year in August. You know, when
Oh,
my
for real.
grandson was born, and shoot, I haven't lost too much of a stroke, but it's totally different now. And I've always understood, making websites. I do all that stuff, make websites and
Okay.
apps and stuff like that. That's why I'm getting to this next segment. So, like you said, to be able to do a lot of those things, you got to have a lot of your own control, and and that's one of the things I was getting ready to do. Like you say, your friend, he could sell all of his own exclusive
No,
music.
like no, it's not my friend, but it was a guy that I had like I might be seeing it like maybe like 2, 3 months ago. Like and I
Mm,
was looking at it like that's what I'm saying. I've been running across so much stuff that been inspiring. Like I ran across him And I think you could probably type it in like on YouTube, and it's probably a bunch of people gonna pop up now. But it's probably just type in like direct to consumer music, and it probably will pop up and show you the way. But like literally, like dude, I came across a video and he was talking about like how like he like, man, I can make $20,000 off my own music, like with just having like 15-20,000 fans. He like and stuff like that. He like maybe not the whole 20,000 going that following gonna buy, but maybe if I can get 5,000 people to buy for 10,000, I can make 50,000. Like doing decent numbers. And I'm like,
and that's why right now, that's why I'm built up where I'm still in the process of still upgrading it, but I built my own website just for that purpose. Because, my sister and I was like, man, we have YouTube, we have all of these social media channels that we're on, but you have to take all of that and draw them people into one place to where you can sell to them exclusively. And that's the same idea I had. I'm like, man, it's good to get these streams, but it would be better if I can get people to stream my music from my platform. People buy my music from my platform. People see my podcast from my platform and come to my live music shows on my platform. Right. So that's how I built my platform. I have my platform now built to where if I want, I can do, like if this was live, this would be
go
live.
Go ahead and plug your platform. What's the name of it?
LokesTheBeast.com.
LokesTheBeast.com.
Yeah, LOCSTA.
Yeah, y'all go tap in.
Hey, let me see.
Cause that's hard, bro. That's hard. That's real.
And I'm looking out for other. I'm looking for other artists like yourself to work with to test these different ideas. Because I do believe once you can see what it is that on these other social media platforms and on YouTube. Yeah, you're on YouTube. Let me see. Here we go. I'm going to be able to better show you what I'm talking about. We're on YouTube. And yeah, we'll be looking at your video, but look at all the distractions that you got over here. And then when you're on Facebook, when you're on Twitter, TikTok, you got distractions. They might look at one of yours, then they're going over here. You're on your website, bro. It's just all
your branding.
All your branding, all your stuff there. And when I finished making my my sister's website, she got a blog up and it's all her material. And so, like, now, this is another thing that when we're going to do this for you also, this is what we have been doing for our guests in the last couple of weeks. I develop apps and I got other app developers and other coding engineers I work with that come up with all kind of different codes. So what we come up with is that we can take all of your YouTube videos or Vimeo videos and we can add an overlay to the video for call to action. So if you had your website that was where you had your exclusive material and you wanted people to go from that video to wherever, to your merchandise, to anything, we can put that in that video. So you take like you say, for instance, any one of these videos, we can do it to. So you'll take that same video, you put that video back on Facebook, people watching the video, but at the top of the video, you'll have links to where people can go to where you want them to go. And you'll have social media links on the side for them to share that video to their friends. And you can't do that on YouTube and Vimeo. You see what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So we figured out that that's a real great tool. That's one of the things that we're working on also, to try to help, especially music artists, since I'm a music artist, but really, the people that come on to write books and what have you. So I wanted to point that out to you also.
Oh, yeah, that sounds dope.
Yeah. And that's the ways that you can control people coming to your site. So now when you go on Instagram and go on all these places, you give a link to that, or you can put that video in, or give a link to that video, and when people can press on something and interact with it, and you can send them straight the way you want them to go, without having to, go to the link in bio, or telling people on YouTube, hey man, look down in my description to go find this link. Your description might be long as hell. You just got a video right there. Hey man, click the link up here above my head and go to it. So those are some of the things that I hope that I'll be able to help you with some. We're gonna talk again, bro.
Yeah. We definitely gonna talk.
I really want to see you. I really want to see who up there, bro.
For sure. We definitely kick it.
Myself and myself and all. We're going to get you on my show too. You're going to have to rip up one of my beats or something like that too.
I got you. It's on. Me and you, we gonna build that.
What else you got, Denise?
I enjoyed you.
I
Mr.
enjoyed you.
Moolah.
I enjoyed you. I enjoyed y'all.
Blessings to you, your family, and your journey. I can't wait to see you up in the big lights.
Thank you. Same with y'all, man. I hope y'all go all the way to the top as well, man. I hope we
Thank
meet back
you.
up at the top and we just be like,
Yes,
look,
yes.
y'all the number one podcast in the world, and I'm the number one artist at the time. Let's do
Yes,
it.
Okay.
yeah.
Let's
You're
do
our
it.
first music. Well, no, our second music artist because one of my partners was the first. I was supposed to be the second, but I've been procrastinating. So you're our
Okay.
second.
Hey,
one
look,
of
no
the,
procrastination, man.
I
Like the
am
song,
telling
man.
you, yeah,
No
that's what
procrastination.
we're gonna take this interview out with tonight,
Oh,
everybody.
yeah, look, good
So with
segue
that,
right there.
we're gonna let Denise give us our outros.
Thank you, everyone. It's been another wonderful and amazing episode at the Empire. As always, be bold, be beautiful, be blessed. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
All right, y'all. No procrastination. I'm gonna let my man rip this with y'all.
Yeah, for sure, man. Follow me on all platforms. Mafia Boy _ Moolah. Yeah. Mixtape out now on all platforms. Diamond Out the Mud. Go get that as well. DuoMoolah, that is. My description, and I ain't talking Bobby Seals, but I'm one of them. Stay optimistic, plot a plan, and I go out and get it. I follow my vision. Starts with the mindset. It's all a process. And I've been grinding my whole life. It ain't stopped yet. Fuck haters in the energy. I'll best enjoy my inner peace. Like I'm the one.
Fun, that shit involves getting fun. I'm necessarily bred and I want every single front. I
Got a lot of shit to do before it's all said and done. 100 acres on the hilltop.
Stuff in my jeans, all my pockets spill nuts. That's a picture perfect scene to capture a steel shot.
Out backwoods in life, no, I don't feel pop.
Just get fresh for the fuck of it. I
Want it, I'ma buy it. I ain't really in the budget.
When you
know how real niggas feel about that sucker shit. I don't make time for it if the shit don't make sense. Niggas gonna hate quick. Go witness greatness. Nation. Yeah. Diamond Out the Mud out now on all platforms,
Go
man.
grab it now.
Definitely go
On
get
all
that.
platforms, go grab it now.
Go follow me on all platforms. Mafia Boy _ Moolah.